So that's what I'm doing right now. Did you ever have any trouble with that? Or?
Well, let's pause. Come on up. So again, I'm not going to give you the experience you want here, the one that pleases and reinforces your ego, that little front. I'm going to give you the experience you need, So for her, if she's like, what, I have a lot of social anxiety, I have anxiety in front of people, when I talk in front of people, of course, come on up. What better reference to get? Similar to if someone's in their head, come on up or call them out. This is the experience that they need. It's the perfect situation to sink into that, and it's also the perfect situation to trigger it. Did I have any trouble with that? Hell no. I came up on here and I was a fucking natural. Just rocked it the first time. So, first of all, welcome up and, turn to the crowd and first thing I'd say is just take it in. Everyone's staring at you. And let's tap into that same authenticity. What's the inner dialogue? So I make her really take it in. It's like I want those sensations at the fucking surface. I don't want a little bit of, I'm a little scared. It's look at the fucking crowd. You're here in front. Take it in. Let those sensations arise. And let's start by destroying this front. Start narrating what's going on.
Right now I'm really nervous.
Okay.
Actually.
Try to ask yourself why. What emotions, what sensations pop up? You're looking, it's like, not only is it a huge crowd, it's like there's also a lot of guys mainly, so it's like, holy shit. By the way, who here is scared shitless of public speaking or speaking in front of crowds or even in school growing up? Pfft, bullshit, it's all of you. Everyone's fucking scared shitless of that. So let's kind of figure out internally what's going on, what's kind of brought up emotionally, what are the fears, and then we'll kind of work on it. But for now, just kind of narrate it. It's like you're looking around, narrate the thoughts, narrate the sensations.
It's not really, I don't know, I don't really care if people looking at me right now. It's just I'm really stressed out and I'm not really sure
Why? Why are you stressed?
Yeah, that's the problem, I think, yeah.
Okay, what are you afraid of people seeing? What are you afraid you'll do? What are you afraid you won't do?
Actually, I'm afraid I will come off as really nervous. That's something I would, that's something I would rather, not do. I'm stuttering a lot.
Mm-hmm. Good. What would be so bad if you came off as nervous?
I don't know, it shows weakness, I think. It's, a bit scary.
So again, what we're doing here is we're diving into the fear. Whatever it is you fear, follow the trail of whys. It's like, oh my God, I'm anxious, I'm scared. Why? Let it come up and let's just sink into it. Why? It's like, well, I'm afraid of, just being very nervous. Okay, what's so bad if you're nervous right now in front of the crowd? Okay, just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, I'll just pause you, really, really good. Okay. Notice, same thing, nervousness. It's like, whatever it kicks in, we're all nervous at times. Yet, what happens? Nervous equals bad. Nervous equals weakness. If people see weakness, what does that say about me? Never okay to feel nervous. No? It's true, we're always trying to hide feeling nervous. Yet it's funny, it's kind of linking it with you. It's like if there was actually authentic, oh yeah, I'm fucking nervous, we'd love that way more than someone's trying to be cool. Yeah, we all try to be cool and everyone's telling you, hide that. No, let anyone see. If they see the nervousness, what will they think of me? Yeah. What else? Or even after saying this, narrate, keep narrating.
What scares me now is, usually I'm really good at speaking English, but now I'm not because it's not my first language and it's...
It's horrible. There's stutter, the English is bad. Yeah.
Exactly. My mind's a bit blank right now, I'm not sure what to say.
What would be the worst case scenario of you coming up here on stage? Don't describe it, just first thing that pops in your mind, worst case. This is a great question to ask. Okay, what would be the worst case scenario? It really makes you bring your awareness to sinking deeper and deeper. What's the worst case scenario? And don't give me the logical answer, give me really what pops up, sink into that there. And as a little side note here too, when I'm making fun of, they're stuttering, you're English, blah, blah, blah. I'm making fun of it to kill that front, once again, that's trying to be cool. Okay, I'm robbing her of her coping mechanism.
Shaking?
Okay, what else? Picture it. The worst case scenario. Say you came up here and everything you feared came true. What happened?
Actually.
Well, no, that's logically.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, paint it, no matter how unrealistic it is.
A lot of
Boom.
people would laugh at me.
Okay.
I wouldn't know what to say. I wouldn't remember what I wanted to say. And then I'm just like, I don't know.
Good, good. Keep going. What's going on?
Basically this. Just not knowing what to say. Shaking.
Well, what's so bad about...
stressed out.
Here it's really good. Like, you're bringing a lot of authenticity out, which is good. It's like, oh, people are going to laugh at me. We all have that. Now let's kind of sink into it. It's like, well, what's so bad if they do? What's so bad about, even right now, you running out of things to say? What does that trigger? This is where the whole self-acceptance, like, oh, if I run out of things to say, I need to depend on running out of things to say. Or similar, it's like, oh, I must keep this image intact, where people will see through me and laugh.
Well, it's usually in school, not remembering what to say, getting back bad grades or criticism, or in groups, social groups, gatherings, just people not liking me, I think.
So as you can see here, there's a lot more intense sensations that are surfacing. You know, she's getting a lot more emotional, and that's because we're going deeper and deeper into the fear. You know, we're blasting through layers of resistance. Instead of just saying on the surface, like, social anxiety, okay, well, let's release that, go deeper. Why? You know, I'm directing her right into what she fears. What happens if you're anxious? I don't want people to see me nervous. Why? People not liking me. You know, boom. We're going right deeper, and we're hitting on something really authentic here.
Yeah, I think I think that's it. It's difficult. I don't really know. That's all that's coming to my mind right now.
Okay. What happens if people don't like you? How did you feel?
Rejected. Alone. Just not in a place I want to be.
Did it ever happen in school? You did run out of things to say, or people did laugh?
It's difficult. I don't know. No, because I don't usually speak a lot in groups, so they don't talk in presentations. Oral exams where I didn't know what to say anymore and I had a bad grade, or just shaking voice. Never people laughing, or never in a bad way.
Okay. And as you can see here too, if you go through the fear, there's hurt. You know, fear, anxiety is covering up hurt. Well, first of all, here's what I'll say is, like, in terms of just how you guys feel off of this, you can sense like the hurtness. You know, it's like you think at first it's like fear. In reality, it's like you don't want to feel like that. It's like you're fearing that hurt. You're feeling like, okay, what if people do this? And this is, again, it's like paradigm one is optimize it. So it's like most people, they'll tell you, okay, well, if you're hurt, here, practice these confidence skills. I'll give you this public speaking skill. I'll even give you a lot of opportunities to speak, so you'll get more used to it.
Yeah.
And that will be true. That will help to some extent, but it will never actually get to that cause where there's that fear of being hurt. You'll just have more tools to keep running away and avoiding being fully authentic, vulnerable, and being, potentially being hurt. Yeah. And this is not just you. This is like everyone. This is literally everyone. You want to link it to him? The same thing. It's like, if they see past, if they see past, if they see past. Why do we all fear rejection? You know, we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be abandoned. We don't want to be hurt. You know, or even feel like we're bad. It's another one. But then it's kind of examining. It's like diving into that, as we said. So it's like, well, what's so bad about that? What is so bad about people laughing, people judging you, you being fully real, putting yourself out there, and people just not accepting it? Okay. Yeah. And then it's zoning into the sensations. So now we're finally aware of what it is we want to let go of. Okay. By using the crowd, we made all those sensations surface. And then what I did is I just kept guiding her, following that trail of whys, going deeper and sinking into it more and more and more. And now that it's there, we're going to release it, going through the process. And I guess we'll do this here with you, and we'll just do it all together. Have a seat. This is first of all, yeah, really, congrats. Yeah, awesome, really good. Yeah, which by the way, like what you just did here, I mean, you guys fucking all know. It's like it requires so much fucking balls. Like it's insane. And yeah, I mean, for you, which was interesting, is like you really didn't put on that front. It was like immediately, boom, there. And this is great too. I mean, just getting this reference of nothing bad happening and this huge crowd just cheering you on. I mean, yeah, awesome. It doesn't get to the cause, but what better reference would you want? You know, and it's so scary too. It's like, oh, I don't want to go in front. And the fact that you came in front of everyone, it's like, this is what's up. Like, I can guarantee you everyone fucking connected. It wasn't like, oh, you know, it'd be way better than trying to be cool or anything like that. No? Yes. It's like, you're like, holy shit. And that's what stands out. And again, it's like, that's what everyone's fucking craving. It's like, bring that out with other people and bring that out with yourself, because the person we bullshit the most is ourselves. You know, you can bullshit the whole crowd here, but it's like, we just bullshit ourselves. So the fact you brought that out, really, really good. And now it's like doing the opposite of that is, let's dive into it. And that's where it gets tough. And for me personally, like in front of a crowd, same thing as you. Like my biggest fear growing up in school was reading a book. I think I might be a little bit dyslexic, but I sucked at reading out loud so bad. And I was in Switzerland, that's where I'm from, originally Switzerland. They'd make you read the book, you know, out loud in front of everyone, and every once in a while they'd switch, like, you take over, at random, and it felt like Russian roulette. I was just like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And it took forever, and you knew it was your turn, and then it was so bad. There was so much fear. My first seminar was the same thing. Like, I mean, you did better than me at my first fucking seminar by far, okay? Same for you, like those glimpses of authenticity, and you, they were like still glimpses, a little bit, a couple, was better than anything I did. Like my first seminar I went on stage was like supposed to be 10 minutes. This is like years ago in Los Angeles with Owen. He's like, hey, come up on stage, 10 minutes, man, 10 minutes. Just prepare something. So I'm like, oh, fuck. My first assumption is somebody who's like, it's school all over again, but I gotta do this, willpower. So I'm like, well, I'll find comfort in knowing exactly what I'm gonna say. So that's why I brought you up. It's like, now what? You're like, oh, you know, that's when authenticity kicks in. But I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work on exactly what I'm gonna say, have it all prepared. And I'm there, and it's a huge crowd. It was like 200 people, I think. I was like, fuck, scared shitless in the back. My buddy's like, you ready, bro? You ready? I'm like, whew. Owen walks in, he's like, hey, man, so it's actually gonna be 30 minutes instead of 10. I'm like, gone. My whole plan gone. And he brings me up on stage, and he like really, really like talks me up. Like, you know, one, it's an extra challenge of trying to shove me in my head, but also like adding extra pressure. So he like talks 5 minutes, like really loud. So it's like kind of like here, like you guys are not talking. Imagine like for 5 minutes, if I just keep talking really loud, you're gonna kind of fall more into spectator than actually being here present. If I'm like, so, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, for like a while, I'd be like, kind of in your head, and I'm like, your turn. Like, it's like that. And he's like, what Julian's gonna say is the best content you've ever heard in your life. So I'm like, oh my God. So everyone's expecting the best shit. Take it away. And I'm like, ah, like it was so bad. And I remember it was like, there was massive nervousness. It required a lot of efforts. And there was so much self-judgment too, which was key. It's like, I had my whole thing prepared, and I remember I missed a point, and the entire rest of the seminar, instead of just being here with it, I was in my head being like, you fucking idiot, it's fucked now, you missed that point, God damn. It was horrible. And there was it was me like against the crowd, me trying to win the crowd over with like force. Instead of being like, hey, we're all here. It's like, it's so funny how we assume that like everyone's here like working on themselves. Like this is the most positive, friendly environment any of us could be in. You know, I mean, yeah, fuck yeah. It is. Yet our mind still always assumes, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, you know? So I was like that, and then, you know, a lot of references, like I've mastered the going against. I mean, I don't know if you guys know, it's like, if you guys read a previous one like a year or 2 ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago maybe, very different vibe than now, you know? It's still powerful. It's like, it's the different place, you know? And I can still go on like really fucking loud, still bring it, but it's no longer forced me against you. And when this happened for me, as a little side note, when this became permanent, it was only when I released all of that stuff that was fueling that anxiety. You know, that self-judgment, that me versus the crowd, get to the cause, and let it go. Okay, but this is a great example of, you know, using different environments to trigger you, if you will, and then just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And then with her here, of course, it's letting go of them, going through the process, and yeah, letting go of that charge fueling that anxiety. That's how you make it fucking permanent. This is Julien, and welcome to Transformation Master.
It was fucking amazing.
This was huge for me. This was so important.
This gave me by far the greatest epiphanies I've ever had.
And we got like real deep, and I found some issues within myself.
One of the best things I've seen so far in my life.
What you're about to experience going through this program is what completely changed my life on every single level. Okay, be it health, wealth, relationships, higher purpose, you name it. This is the stuff that finally produced that true, long-lasting personal transformation we're all after.